This is my 2013 Nissan X-Terra. I bought it without the side running rails because it was the only one of its color in a 50-mile radius, and I wanted it in black. This is my third X-Terra. My partner gave me these side rails for Christmas, and I was going to have the dealership install them, but I looked up YouTube videos and found a YouTube video where they were installing one, so I decided I was going to try it. My thought was, worst case scenario, if I can't do it, I'll take it to the dealership since I already have the parts. So this video is to help you install it. Let's see how it... Alright, so when you order the side running rails, you get 2 of them, and then you get 6 brackets, and you get nuts and bolts. One thing I saw in the video was that the bolts underneath, if you've had this for a little while, then you should clean them off with a wire brush. So that's what I did, is I went and got a wire brush, and I'm going to clean them off. I also went and got it washed. Since we had snow recently, I didn't want anything to be on the undercarriage, so I went to the car wash and had the undercarriage cleaned. Alright, so if you go underneath the car, there are sets of bolts, or sets of nuts sticking out. There's 2 here. There's a tight space. 2 here, and then 2 here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to clean those off, and then we're going to mount the brackets to them. Right, this might be a little tricky because I'm trying to do this one-handed, so I can show you. So, let's see. There are, see, it fits on like that. So now I'm going to get the nuts and put them on. I'm just going to put these on by hand first, and then I'll come back and I'll tighten them up. They go on pretty easy. Okay, now that I've got all the brackets on, now I'm tightening them up. I don't have a torque wrench. I'm just using a regular ratchet set, but I'm being very gentle as I'm tightening it. I guess if you want to follow the instructions, then you should get a torque wrench. And if you want to follow them to the T. So I'm starting to get a little resistance here, so I'm going to back off of it and tighten the one underneath. Because one thing I saw in the video that I was watching, if you tighten it too much, then you could strip it out. So that's why the Nissan says to use a torque wrench. Alright. One thing I forgot to mention is that the brackets are actually, they are labeled. I don't know if you will be able to see it in the camera. There we go. It says right side and left side, and on the instructions it says the left side is the driver's side and the right side is the passenger side. So I just wanted to make sure you see that. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the nuts for this are require 12mm socket. So now that we've got all these bars installed, let's go grab the side rail. And on the instructions it shows there is a little wedge right here to show you which one goes on the driver's side, which one goes on the passenger side. I did not find that wedge, and neither did the guy who did the other video, but what I did find is there is a groove right here. And it's not on the other side. The other side is smooth. So my assumption is that this groove is the equivalent of that. So I'm going to put this one facing the vehicle. Another thing to note on here, the long end right here goes towards the front, and the shorter step goes towards the back. And let's turn this over so you can see where the screws go in. There are 3 sets of 2, so there's 6 spots for them. So let's get this thing on and see how we do. I'm not tightening them down. I'm waiting until I get them all in before I tighten them down. I'm just going to tighten them as much as I can with my hand. And then I'll come back and ratchet. Having a little bit more trouble with this one. Let's see. Let's see if the other one gives me as much trouble. If it does, I can loosen the others. That's why I don't loosen or tighten them all the way down. Let's see if that helps. Yep. Well, those are just a little bit harder, so. Oh, the plastic is trying to run away from me. This one is giving me a little resistance. The back end, I'm not sure why, but it is. Seems like a strange angle. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the other ones down. Be careful not to tighten them too tight so you don't strip it. And that's again what the torque wrench would be used. Alright, this is secure. Alright. Now to the other side. Let's see. Yep, it's on there. I'm trying to let you see the process underneath here. Here we go again. Let me make sure. Now we're on the driver's side, and I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but hopefully you can. I'm just tightening these down as much as I can with my hand. I don't want to make them too tight until I have it completely on. Yeah, the top one was a little bit, had more resistance, which might be because there could be some debris that I didn't get off completely with brushing it. So that could do it. And then you don't want to tighten them down too tight because you don't want to strip them out. Feels pretty good. Go on there. Let's see. And again, I'm going to put the screws on loosely until I get them all on. Like I did on the other side. That way, if there's any issue, it's not tightened down. It's pretty cold out here, so my hands are getting a little cold. It doesn't look to be lined up. So. Huh. That is interesting. This one seems to be at a little bit of an angle. Interesting. They're not lined up completely. Alright, so these side step rails have been installed. I would say it probably took me about 30 minutes, maybe 45 tops, getting everything together. The dealership would have charged me $125 an hour. And they said that this installation would probably cost about $300 to $500. So, it's possible to do this yourself and save some money.